keep
I wish
comms
we had
on
some nice
the
pastel
loot box,
colors
yeah?
for these.
Southbound
I do
Popular.
on the dock now. I need to, yeah, we've got
White,
White it
black,
is.
red, or pink?
Yeah.
I'm going pink.
Comms there, eastbound El Rancho.
Yeah, I feel like this is very,
Should be comms for the Dominator. Northbound.
they're not
Alicia.
designed for cuteness, they're designed for sexy fishnet type outfits.
What?
Yeah.
That-
Well, I don't know if I want to wear them now.
No, I don't, I didn't mean like that. I mean like, when they were originally designed, they're meant to match with other things, but we use them in a cute way.
Popular, standby direction.
You're rocking them.
Northbound Popular.
What are you doing here?
I put the food in the fridge. Do you need some food?
Left,
No.
westbound
No.
Haywick.
Okay. Right.
Northbound Elgin.
Where are my undersheriff notes? Right, the things that we discussed.
Southbound Meteor.
We discussed the DOJ meeting.
Is making distance.
That you were there for.
We're gonna lose this in about 30
Talked
seconds.
about how all of High Command are gonna get all of the marshal tags. So there's a bunch of marshal tags that have specific access to specific marshal reports. So High Command should be aware of state level wide threats. So
VCB again.
next coming days, all High Command from BCSO and the LSPD will get those tags so we can see those reports.
VCB.
What's underneath?
That will include summary reports.
BCB over the hill.
It's just gonna take a while because it's admin heavy doing all of those tags.
I'm gonna go south in Elgin. I don't know where you went.
ODPD was discussed. Just let them do their job, I guess, and well, you know, they have the ability to succeed or fail. They don't need us to try and push them in either direction. Babylon robbing banks. Make sure to secure the money because apparently Babylons are not taking the money out the bank. They only want the gold, so they'll leave money there.
I didn't even know that they had gold in the Fleeca Bank.
I also was not aware of this, but Maeve, when she did the UC op in Babylon, she said that they were buying Fleeca gold bars and Polito gold bars at different rates of Babylari. So apparently they have different gold bars, and also Ventura City heard when he went to one of these banks, Benji state that there was no gold in the bank, so they just left. That's how we found all the money in the bank. Then we discussed Babylonian aggression, because I kind of want to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do with the Babylon. People seem to treat it differently, and we need to discern it to all shifts, collaborative between both departments. How are we gonna deal with them? Generally agreed. We have to be a lot more careful. I guess a good way of treating it is like Senior Buns. If somebody in Senior Buns shoot us, breach Senior Buns and shoot the people who are shooting us. But don't shoot everyone, and it's gonna be really difficult, and we have to be really smart about how we pick our targets. And then we, as the BCSO, and the marshals will also work with us on this, are going to work with the BCMO and try and get the mayor's office to start getting us lawful court orders to remove any of the Babylonian-built stuff that is outside Stab City. We need to start putting a line down in the sand of like, we don't want you crossing this line. and ensuring that, you know, their tone is set. That show at the moment they're just kind of walking free and doing what they want, and we need to start not pushing back. We need to set our barrier, set what our limit is.
Yeah, let's, we get a chance to keep searching.
We just need to be more mindful. Treat it like little soul was what I have written down.
Hey, treat what like little soul?
What's it? Step City, Babylon. Like if people are on rooftops and we have 6 units, maybe don't push. You don't have the units for it. But also don't go charging in and shooting everybody who fucking is breathing. But that's...
Has this been an issue lately?
It was an issue on the Feb 18th, which is why they're so aggressive with us. Because, you know, Carmine and Ventura had this plan, and then once they started shooting, I mean, they shot first. That was the reason we breached, right? People then went in and just started shooting anyone and everyone. They were wearing orange, they got shot. So it's kind of up to us as high command to be discerning to the ranks below us. Hey, if we are breaching in there, don't just shoot them because they're wearing a Babylonian outfit. I mean, it's gonna be a struggle, especially with ODPD. They might start doing some dumb shit. I do worry about it, but...
Is that a problem?
I mean, it might become our problem.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only so much like that we have the ability to, you know, concern ourselves with, right? Before we become overloaded and overwhelmed, and until that becomes an issue, it's not our problem. Like how they conduct themselves, right?
Yep. Which good segue. Thank you. Gang shootings, as in them shooting us, holdouts, and chases. If they do a holdout, the general agreement now is create a plan, enact the plan, and then either collect the evidence or arrest everybody afterwards. Plan, move, leave. Is literally it. Try and get it done in 15-20 minutes. No longer. We're gonna be doing holdouts for 3 hours or whatever. We're gonna roll in. We're gonna do what we can. And howdy, guys. Do our plan, get it over and done with, and move on. We're not here for entertained, huge, extended, long shootouts. Which I mean, I think everyone can kind of agree on, because fuck dealing with that all the time.
I'm kind of giving her moments to respond if she has feedback, but she's not giving any.
Any comments?
Can I read something to you? I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna word my reply on this command access to investigative reports thing.
Yes, of course.
I wrote, if command is expected to oversee the shift, that includes understanding ongoing investigations that may impact it, which they can't do without access to all the relevant information. If we don't trust command, then the issue isn't access. Does that make sense?
Sorry, I'm better at reading than listening. Oh, you definitely need to put it in there.
I don't like putting anything in this until...
Read it again for me. Or actually, wait, can you just email me? I'm just dyslexic and I struggle sometimes when it comes to listening.
I struggle with verbal instructions as well.
Ew.
But I also struggle with reading, so it's like a double whammy.
Command is expected to oversee the shift that includes understanding ongoing investigations that may impact it, which they can't do that without access to the relevant information. If we don't trust command, then the issue isn't access. Yeah, the dash into the which they can't do without access to the relevant information sounds weird to me. That includes understanding ongoing investigations that may impact it, meaning they need access to that information. Let me figure this out.
The command is expected to I see what she's trying to say. The shift, including understanding ongoing investigations. They require access to all relevant information. If we don't trust them, we don't trust command with that information. The issue isn't the access.
I mean, maybe they don't see command as oversight. I don't know.
I mean, there must be oversight. They're the ones who have to write or sign the search and seizure warrants and stuff.
I just don't get it because like we can't expect command to be oversight and then also not like withhold the information that they need to actually do the oversight. Like that doesn't make sense.
I'll be honest, if they want to remove investigative reports from command, they can do so. I will just automatically, well, I'll speak with Ventura on this, but I'll just automatically make all sergeants plus a detective within the BCSO.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but then, I mean, I don't know, this is just causing a bunch of issues that shouldn't need to be there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I reworded it slightly for you. I don't know if that helps.
I like your reworded version. I think it's a bit simpler.
Right, extended chases. Are you just on the one that we just had? Yeah, you were. You were in
Yeah.
Crystal's car, right? With Aubrey, but then we lost him, and then we were chasing him on Google. And I just called for us to break off. That is something that we all kind of agreed. If this, it is not an enforced thing. It's a recommended from all departments that, if we have an extended chase, we're only chasing people who are committing felony obstruction of justice. We have no primary targets. There are other calls going on, and the chase is just getting extended for no reason. Just break off. Not worth the time. Like in that
Yeah.
situation, we just chasing him on Google, who had no warrant. All he had done was felony obstruction of justice. There was a Polito going on without sufficient units. Break off. Because we're just going to end up getting a 2-hour-long chase where they then go to the V building and we get in the holdout, which I've seen. We had it with the Habibis like 4 days ago in shift 2. Joined on the channel and they'd been chasing the guys for 2.5 hours. They then go on the top of the V building and have a huge shootout. We breach it, managed to shoot them all down, and then it's like, okay, felony obstruction of justice plus attempted mass murder of a government employee plus possessions. And I'm like, why the flying fuck were we still chasing these guys then? And why did we get shot?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been a thing. We've always been able to. This is why we have selective enforcement. We can break off of something if it becomes too dangerous or if we've lost the prime. This has just always been a thing. I think it's less about people feel like they can't break off, and more that people don't want to because they want
They
to
want
catch
the
the
arrest.
baddies, right?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, people silently attach and detach to calls all day. So
Oh yeah, that was brought up as something that we need to clamp down on. Ventura definitely did not scratch the back of his neck and look really awkward when it was brought up. But yeah, it's absolutely something that across all shifts we need to make sure it doesn't happen, because next thing you know, you're looking... It's the people who are gonna notice it, and the people who are probably primary on scene are also the responsible ones, who are also gonna be the ones who break off then, because they realize that we've got 8 units on a single vehicle from a store robbery, and they go, this is too many units, we need people to break off. Okay, fine, nobody's responding, I will break off. And then they're the ones with the most information. Need to battle that, I'm gonna say it, the W chasing. The ping chasing attitude of, we gotta get the arrest. I wanna get the arrest. No, there's more things to combat. Foil's gonna get changed. I need to draft something with Blunt on what we want as PD so we can submit it to the DOJ so they can go, okay, we'll change this and that. Do I need to do colors in this announcement?
what announcement?
The huge mega BCSO promotions?
That would just go into April 2026 announcements.
No, colors. I wanted to make it colorful. Should I do color? I'm not artistically inclined.
So just pick a color that you like.
Maeve gets purple. She likes purple. Matilda gets blue.
Are you doing like an individual announcement for them?
No, I'm doing a combined one. So because then it would be 3 announcements.
There's like a section in each month of announcements that has promotions.
Yeah, but the announcement gets put at the top, right? And then it'll stay there for a whole week, and then it'll get pushed into the week one, which will then get pushed into the monthly one.
Okay.
Oh, I can't make it an announcement. That's great. Can you make it in a state? I can make it a state announcement.
I can make announcements.
Can you promote my report into an announcement?
Yeah.
Can you do that for me, please? Because I apparently can't do that now.
Okay, I did that.
Thank you so much. Why can I not do that? I had to work on these goddamn permissions. Right, and then we started discussing this with Maeve because we were just talking about the general shift one.
I just watched Ricky read my comment. No, it's so scary. I hate typing in these reports.
The only reason I hate typing in these reports, right, is I'd rather just tell these people to their fucking face. I don't know why we need to have, like... Then I see all of these people.
It's good to have documentation of the communication, I guess. But also, like, it's... Like, for some people, right, like, imagine... like Alan stays only in shift 2.
Yeah.
You know, Maeve stays pretty much only in shift 1, so their paths may never cross.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, I just usually what, and I think this is a BCSO thing. I know you are very keen and good at doing this as well. As you will combat the issue in person, deal with it in person, and then write the report to say this matter has been done and it's now closed. That was how you and Ventura dealt with the Miguel Jimenez situation.
Yep.
I really like that about the BCSO. So we just deal with the issue, and then we'll tell everyone we've dealt with the issue, rather than LSPD. I think make a report, everybody feels in their thoughts on it, turns into a tea-sipping situation, and then they'll deal with it afterwards. Right, yeah, sorry.
Well, I mean, how do I say this? I think that they appreciate. We're on the wrong side of the road, are we? Or no, they are.
No, yeah.
I think that they appreciate T-sippers, and I think that they promote that behavior, and they encourage it. So.
I appreciate your political answer. You could just say it straight. Those motherfuckers are bitchy. They promote bitchiness. They like to talk behind other people's backs.
Listen, I wasn't gonna go that far. Listen, I don't know, man. I even get a little bit nervous talking in the cars like this because I know that people be looking at dash cams every so often.
That is true. Man, that means I can't have mobile meetings. God damn it.
I mean, you can. It's pretty infrequent that people do it.
I'm actually not sure if this one has a camera in it. It might do. Can't remember.
I made this comment yesterday actually, and I might follow through with it. I think that when we have people doing PD tow, I think that they should put the cameras in their tow trucks.
That is a great idea. Yes, I agree. Now I don't want to talk in the car no more. God damn it.
No, I've given you my paranoia.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
paranoia, I'm sorry.
No, it's good paranoia. Paranoia is sometimes good. 345?
Let's just let them know so they don't think we're getting ocean dumped.
Yeah. You attend the shift 1 interviews quite often, right?
Yeah,
And then you also attend the shift 2 interviews.
yeah.
Now, what are your thoughts on the difference between the two?
I don't know if I want to share them. They're very nasty.
I'd like to hear nasty.
Well, I think the shift 1 interviews are
Boring?
bland.
Yep.
I would liken them to, okay, listen, on YouTube, you can watch videos to play a game, right? And now there's 2 different versions of this. You can watch ones that are made for you to help you fall asleep, and ones that you can enjoy.
Hmm.
I would say that the shift 1 ones are like the ones that, fall asleep to this, whereas the other ones are to enjoy.
All right. We're fairly, fairly in agreement on that. Shift 1 is, I put it plainly, I said it's fucking boring.
It's just a different style.
Yeah, I see the problem with the different style, though, is Shift 1 and Shift 2 BCSO are then going to become culturally separate from one another, and they won't be able to merge or integrate. We're going to have people in Shift 2 that don't work well with people in Shift 1 because they're just so differently, or just different.
I think that that's maybe being a bit extreme, to be honest. Yeah, I think that that's being a bit extreme. We obviously we need different people.
Hmm.
And I feel like we kind of go through phases of oh man, I don't know how to put this in a good way. Personality hires versus I
Previous
don't know how to
experience
say it the other way.
hires.
Yeah, and we need a mixture of both of those things.
Agreed.
Um like I can teach someone how to run a traffic stop. I can teach them how to, write a statement. I can teach them what not to, but I can't teach them I can't teach them how to you know,
No, I
be
say it.
fun or something.
Yeah, I say in all of my interviews to all of the FDOs, I've been saying it for damn near 40 years. I can teach somebody to be a cop. I can't teach them to be a character.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a lot of shift ones are cops with not much character. I'm gonna say plainly, Jesse Lawrence probably had the most character out of the recent shift one hires. And the man just really fucking loves cows. That's about it. God, he loves cows. He just won't shut up
He
about
really
cows.
loves
He really fucking loves cows. There's
Hey,
not
that's
a
all
lot,
right. Listen, it
not a
takes
lot of fire in shift one. However, I'll be honest. The last time I went to the shift two interviews, it was a bit of a fucking clown show, and I kind of eventually just left. I was kind of done.
I do remember you leaving. I think that the last round of interviews were a little more loosey goosey than they typically would be.
I think I learned
I
more about Pinzone's hentai desires than I learned about whoever the fuck. I don't even know who we were interviewing at that point. It might have been Ari.
yeah, I how do I say this? In particular with like Ari and Fao, and I can't remember who was Sparks had interviewed as well. I can't remember, but
Sparks was not in.
they've
I didn't see Fowles. I was there for Ari. The do you have daddy issues question sent me, and I decided to leave. I was like,
yeah,
I'm done with
I
this.
don't
This
know
is
what
too
he was
much.
doing with that. I don't know. They've had a lot of ride-alongs, and when they come so heavily vouched for by, um, you know, people, it's more about when you can tell someone's uncomfortable with, I guess, trying to make them feel comfortable to help them
Hmm.
talk at all, right? Because I would rather we spent 20 minutes talking about, I don't know, ribbons and stuff than sat in silence awkwardly, not knowing what to say, right? I just want to know that you can talk if
Yeah,
the passion will come. It's just I need them to be able to express themselves.
that's why I like the. I'll only ask RSPC Fourth and Fifth Amendment if they specifically say they have previous experience. Um, the only cop question I really like asking is the 78th one, because I get to kind of see what their intuition is. You know, are they somebody who's going to rush to someone's aid, or are they someone who's just going to shoot somebody running with a gun? But then after that, it's all improv, and it's their ability to read a room and put them under pressure. Getting welfare checked already.
Who's welfare checking you? I just said 10-7.
Yeah, I literally just responded to her. I was just like, we literally just hit 7311. It's Cassie.
Oh, okay.
Which-
Well, bless her heart. Then she was probably concerned.
Yeah, she 100% was concerned.
You want to go stand out in the ocean? We'll get.
Go stand out in the ocean and see how long it takes for the welfare checkers. This 71's just there. We could pull a boat out.
I mean,
You
we
wanna?
get a boat if we wanted to for anything. Wait, why are there shots over the ocean? I don't want to actually investigate if we're having a meeting. How long ago are those shots?
Have we heard a cargo ship?
Oh no, that's not cargo. That's too close. This was 20 minutes ago. Someone probably got fucking executed there.
We might actually need to go investigate that.
No, we should go and have a look.
Ah,
Let's just
God
get a
damn it.
fucking boat. Oh, we might have to go to the other side to get the boat.
That's definitely a
think we can
cargo
get
ship.
here?
I can see the cargo ship.
Oh no, you're right.
Oh, thank
Wow,
God.
I've never
Oh,
seen it this close.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
well, in that case, maybe we should move.
Yeah, maybe we should leave.
Man, I did see a car drive up here, but that was 20 minutes ago.
I think the cars we watched were... It was a Boost or something.
Disgraceful.
'Cause there was like a really slow, shitty car and then followed by a really fast car and then only one of them left. Okay, see then the shift one, sorry, the shift 2 ones, that one was a bit of an anomaly, but yeah, generally it's just vibes-based interview, which is good.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Okay.
how do I put this? I feel like Shift 2, the retention of the cadets right now is so good
Yeah, it's a lot higher.
that, like, I don't want to rock the boat. Like, obviously what they're doing is working.
Yeah.
And we may in the future see some disconnect with people not vibing because, you know, they see things differently, but it's always sort of been that way, right? And if it's an issue with one people or one person, sorry, that's like just not meshing with everybody, then that's a them issue rather than a shift issue, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
So, I think that that's the sort of thing that we can't really preemptively, like, combat. We sort of need to wait until it happens and then be vigilant about it.
Yeah, I just had my eye on it because I saw the difference in the interviews and I see the difference in the shift generally. Like I can tell when shift 2 starts. Like Dave Dingo comes on duty and it's like I'm in a completely different PD sometimes.
I feel like
Dave Dingo's
Shift 1
great.
is kind of old and tired, and then Shift 2 right now, because it was... Do you remember a few months ago there was like 10 people on the Shift 2 roster for BCSO?
Yeah,
You've got to
noticed.
keep in mind, all these people are new to the job, they're still fresh. They still have excitement, and when they come in with their excitement, it excites other people, right? People feed off of the energy around them, so Shift 1 right now is kind of downtrodden. It's kind of in the dumps. So people feed off of that energy and they put that out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, I think that Shift 2 is kind of bringing up the mood of Shift 1.
I would like to say I would agree. I definitely think the mood is definitely getting up when Shift 2 starts. But I think a lot of the people who are in Shift 1 don't see that. There's not a huge amount of us who are... Like, is what? Me, you, May, Ventura... Maybe Cassie, who see Shift 1 into 2. Quite a lot of the Shift 1 people will... They'll go off duty around about now.
Yeah.
So if anything, I wish they had actually stuck around a little bit longer so they could get that uptick. Like Sarah
She'll be right
Ripley might go Shift 2. I believe she's around in Shift 2 a lot more.
Yeah, I spoke to her about that, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And I think that she just, she's just so happy just being. She's just a happy little Vegemite.
She
They
is.
added 3 suspects inside the cash exchange. They've requested free
Sarah
passes,
Ripley's
no spike
a joy to
strips,
be around.
get additional units, and
Yeah.
there is a pursuit. I've requested that people
Then
dress
how
in
do I
black.
get shift 1 to be a little more like shift
That would
2?
be tentative, depending on if people agree to it. They said okay. We are requesting 77s for the cash exchange if anyone is available.
Just need the people to apply.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because the people that are there at the moment, I don't want this to come across as anything negative towards them because they're fantastic cops. And I really mean that. But we just need more people that aren't just really good cops.
Yeah, agreed.
And it sounds horrible. I really don't mean it to sound horrible.
No, I am somebody who has just been a good cop. There's a difference between being a good cop and a good cop who screams God bless every 10 minutes. At least one of them kind of brings a little fire.
666-10-8, any access for re-eviction
Yeah.
exchange? Town?
I don't know. I think that they'll get there. It just takes time to build it back up, right? Shift 1 was really good, and then it got really shitty, and it's just still in that really shitty place, and then it'll get really good again, and then it'll probably get shitty again, and it's just an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Right?
Happens with all departments.
Yeah. So, like, Shift 2 was in the fucking dregs for a long time, and now it's up good. Who knows? In a couple of months, it might get down bad again. You just, enjoy the time that you've got, and keep working to make it better.